Meet Dave. He's 25 years old. No car, no savings, no real plan. Right now, he's sitting in a small, half-empty apartment, staring at his phone, checking his bank account again. $103.47. That's everything he has. And the worst part? He already knows it's not enough. Rent is coming. Bills are coming. Life is coming. And Dave has no idea how he's supposed to keep up. He's tried everything people told him to do. Get a stable job, work harder, save money. But every single time, the same thing happens. He earns money, and it disappears. It's like running on a treadmill. No matter how hard he tries, he stays in the exact same place. And tonight, something finally breaks. Not motivation, not inspiration. Frustration. The kind that hits you when you realize nothing is going to change unless you change something. Dave leans back, stares at the ceiling, and asks himself one simple question. What if the problem isn't how much I make, but how I make it? That thought doesn't go away, so he makes a decision, a simple one, but dangerous. He's going to take the $100 he has left and try to turn it into more. No shortcuts, no scams, no fake get-rich-quick garbage. Just real action. And here's where it gets interesting. Dave doesn't start a business. He doesn't build a brand. He doesn't even think about his passion. Instead, he asks a better question. What's the fastest way to make my first extra dollar? And the answer he finds sounds almost too simple. Buy low, sell high. Reselling. At first, it feels stupid. If it's that easy, why isn't everyone doing it? Exactly. That's why Dave decides to test it. The next morning, he takes his last $100 and heads to a local flea market. Not confident, not excited, just unsure. Because deep down, he's thinking, this is probably a waste of time. He walks past tables full of random stuff, old electronics, worn-out shoes, boxes of things nobody seems to want. It all looks like junk, and for a second, he almost leaves. But then, he sees something. A pair of branded headphones. Not new, not perfect, but decent. Price tag, $10. Dave picks them up, feels the weight, looks closely, then pulls out his phone, searches. Same model, selling online for $35, sometimes even $40. And suddenly, something shifts. His heart starts beating faster. Because now, this isn't just a random item, this is a decision. If he buys them, he risks 10% of everything he has. If he doesn't, nothing changes. Dave stands there, holding the headphones, stuck between two thoughts. What if I lose money? And what if this actually works? That tension, that moment, that's where everything starts. And after a few seconds that feel way longer than they should, Dave makes his move. Dave buys the headphones. It doesn't feel like a victory. It feels like a risk. He walks home thinking, did I just waste $10? Back in his apartment, he puts them on the table, just stares at them. Now what? He's never sold anything before. No experience, no strategy, no idea what he's doing. But he remembers the rule. Take action. So he grabs his phone. He cleans the headphones, wipes off the dust, makes them look presentable. Finds a clean spot near the window, good light, simple background. Takes a few photos. Not perfect, but good enough. Then he opens a marketplace app, types a title, hesitates, deletes it, writes it again. Used headphones, great condition. Sets the price, $30. His finger hovers over the button. Post. And just like that, he's in the game. Now comes the hardest part. Waiting. Day 1. Nothing. Not a single message. Dave checks the app every hour. Refresh, refresh, refresh. Still nothing. Doubt starts creeping in. Maybe no one wants these. Maybe I overpaid. Maybe this whole thing is stupid. Day 2, still quiet. Now it feels real. That $10 isn't just money anymore. It's proof. Proof that he might be wrong. That night, Dave almost deletes the listing. Almost gives up, but he doesn't. Day 3, a notification pops up. Someone sends a message. Are these still available? Dave freezes. This is it, his first real chance. He replies, trying to sound confident, even though he's not. They go back and forth. A few questions, a little hesitation. Then, can you do $25? And here it is, another decision. Take the deal or risk losing the buyer. Dave thinks for a second. $25 is still profit. He types, deal. They agree to meet. Dave shows up early, headphones in hand, trying not to look nervous. The buyer arrives, quick exchange, no drama. Cash in hand. And just like that, it's done. Dave walks away, holding $25. He stops, looks at the money. And for the first time, something feels different. This wasn't luck. He didn't trade time for money. He didn't wait for a paycheck. He made a decision, and it paid off. Profit? About $15. It's not life-changing, but it's real. And more importantly, it's repeatable. Right here is where most people make a mistake. They celebrate, they spend it, they reward themselves. Dave doesn't, because now he's thinking differently. This isn't money to spend, this is fuel. Fuel for the next move. And this time, he's not guessing anymore. Now he knows this works.
Dave goes home with $25 in his pocket. It's not a lot, but it feels different, because now he knows it works. This isn't luck anymore. So instead of celebrating, he makes his next move. He takes every dollar he has and goes back out. This time, he's not just looking around. Now he's hunting. He knows what to look for. Brand names, good condition, low prices. And more importantly, he knows one thing. People sell things cheaper than they're worth, all the time. Dave finds his next items faster. A pair of sneakers for $20, a small desk lamp for $5, an old gaming controller for $15. Total spent, $40. Still risky, but now it feels calculated. He goes home, repeats the process. Clean, photos, listings. This time he's quicker, more confident, and the results come faster. Within a few days, things start selling. The lamp goes first, then the controller. The sneakers take longer. Too long. Days go by, no messages, and doubt comes back. Did I make a bad buy? Then finally, an offer, but it's lower than he expected. $25. He paid $20. After fees and time, it's barely worth it. Another decision. Take a small win or risk getting nothing. Dave takes the deal. Not because it's perfect, but because it keeps the game moving. That's when he learns something important. Not every deal is a big win. Some are just progress. By the end of the week, Dave counts his money. Around $200. He doubled his total again. But right when things start feeling easy, everything goes wrong. Dave spots what looks like a great deal. A bundle of electronics. Headphones, speakers, small gadgets. Price, $60. Online, these could sell for over $150 total. This feels like a big move, maybe his first real flip. He buys everything, goes home, excited. Starts testing the items. One doesn't turn on. Another has a broken cable. One works perfectly. The rest, not so much. Dave sits there, staring at the pile, and slowly realizes he messed up. Bad. He didn't check everything properly. He rushed the deal. He got excited. Now he's stuck. Instead of making money, he just lost a big chunk of it. This is the moment where most people quit. This doesn't work. I knew it. I'm not good at this. Dave feels all of that. The frustration, the regret, the doubt. But then he stops, because something is different this time. He doesn't just feel the loss, he understands it. This wasn't bad luck, it was a bad decision, and that changes everything. Because if a mistake caused the loss, then better decisions can create profit. So instead of quitting, Dave does something smarter. He studies what just happened. He breaks it down. What did I miss? What should I have checked? Why did I rush? And right there, he levels up. Not in money, but in thinking. And that's the point where this stops being random and starts becoming a system.
Dave doesn't quit. That's the difference. Most people would stop right there, lose money once, and walk away. Dave doesn't. He adapts. The next day, he goes out again, but this time everything is different. He's slower, more careful, more focused. He doesn't chase big wins anymore. He looks for safe ones. He checks every item, tests everything, asks questions. If something feels off, he walks away. No emotion, no rushing, just decisions. And suddenly, things start working again. Small wins, one after another. $10 profit, $15, $20. Nothing crazy, but consistent. And that's when it clicks. This isn't about hitting one big deal. It's about stacking small ones over and over again. Week by week, Dave keeps going, reinvesting everything. No spending, no rewards, just growth. $200 turns into $400. $400 turns into $700. $700 turns into $1,000. And now, something changes. Dave isn't just flipping random items anymore. He has a system. He knows what sells fast. He knows where to buy. He knows how to price. He knows how to negotiate. This isn't guessing anymore. It's predictable. And with predictability comes confidence. Dave starts moving faster, buying more items, making more deals, sometimes flipping 5 to 10 items at once. Now his days look different. He's not just trying to make money, he's running a process. And within a few months, Dave is doing something that felt impossible before. He's making real money. Not millions, but enough to matter, enough to breathe, enough to feel in control. And here's the truth most people miss. Dave didn't get rich, not yet, but he learned something way more important. He learned how money actually works. It's not about working harder. It's not about waiting for the perfect opportunity. It's about seeing value where others don't, taking action when others hesitate, and repeating the process until it compounds. That's the game. And now, Dave knows how to play it. So here's the real question. If you had $100 right now, would you spend it or would you try to multiply it? Because the difference between those two choices is everything.